Hello everyone. This is our video for flashcards. These flashcards are hopefully preparing us for our Unit 1 test that we will be taking very soon. I just want to take a moment and reiterate how helpful I think flashcards can be. I have used flashcards. I used flashcards throughout high school and college. I was a 4.0 student. It was really important for me to keep my grades up because I was on scholarship. And for me, flashcards is a tried and true method for being able to do well on my tests. And part of the reason why is because as you get older, your test, you only have a limited amount of time for tests. And if you do not go into your test having the information that you need readily available in your mind, you won't be able to get as many as the problems done that you need to in order to score well. So flashcards give you all the information that you need in a small amount of space in a way that you can flip through ideas very quickly to keep them fresh in your mind so that when you are taking a test, you are not having to waste any time trying to remember how you do a problem or what a certain thing is. So flashcards, I think, are amazing. I know that they won't work for everybody, but I want everybody to at least try on this first exam. I will go through and show you my flashcards. You're probably going to need to pause if you are going to add elements from mine to yours. You are absolutely not required to write down what I have written down. You should be writing things down that are helpful to you and things that you know you'll need to remember once you take your exam. So I think that's it. I'll show you the front side of the card. I'll show you the back side of the card. I'm going to go in the order that we numbered them when I gave you the flashcard assignment. And I think that that's it. So here we go. I'm not going to say much as we go. I'm not going to explain the cards. I'm just going to show them and then flip them over. So this is number 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 'This one had a little bit extra. I wanted to give you the table that I used to make this bar graph to decide if there was any association. 6. And then this is, was that 6? Yes. This is 8. This, what is your favorite sport to watch on television, is 8. 7, how do you make a conditional distribution? I had to add extra information on this. I added in how you describe association because conditional distributions are how you know if two variables have a relationship. Then this was flashcard 9. So these are 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Oh, I didn't write anything on the back of that. I bet you that I wanted to. If I was going to add something on this one, I would add that if these percentages are different, if the bars look different, then there is an association. 14. I just remember one of the things that I was going to tell you at the beginning. I made these flashcards as if I were a student. Like, I probably spent 6 hours, like literally 6 hours on these flashcards because I wanted to genuinely write down the things that I would be writing down if I had to study for this exam. So I think it's important that you guys know that I made these from the intention and the perspective of being a student. 15, 16. Sorry, I'm not doing very good at flipping these. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 'That should be same. Stay the Sam. 23, 24, wish I wasn't getting so much glare. 25, it's definitely not helping. Okay, pause. I'm going to try to fix this glare. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30, uh-oh, I'm off. Oh, 30 was a bad one. Go back. 30 was a baddie. I think it was this one. Don't do this one. 30, take it out, throw it away. 31 is histograms. Now we're back on track. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. 48. This graph is a bad one. This is a bad graph. I don't like this graph. Boo on this graph. So I'm not using it. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. This is really important. Median is a super important concept on your AP exam, so it's really important that you know this flashcard and understand what it means. 56 is a longer one for me. This is 56. I just taped a post-it to it. 57, sorry, they're stuck. 58. And then these are the graph cards that you got at the beginning of the year. So I used the histogram on tips as a flashcard that says finding the median of a histogram. The two-way table about the Titanic passengers I used to describe how you read or use a two-way table. This is my box plot one. How do we compare box plots? This is pertaining to the actual box plot on the other side of this card. Bar chart. Make sure that you know that this is misleading because it's making small differences look big because you're not starting at 0. Pie chart I use to discuss what are the individuals and what is the variable of this pie chart. Same with the back-to-back stem plot. What are or is the individual and what is or are the variables? The segmented bar graph I use to ask myself, does this show association? What are you looking for? The dot plot, I didn't have a whole lot to say. And then I made 2 extra flashcards just because I felt like I needed them. And when we go through and do the review, I'll probably make a couple more. When we go through and do the paper review, I'm probably going to make a handful more, not very many more, just a handful. But I added, this is an extra one. How do you describe association? So these are all of the things that you have to make sure that you mention when you describe association. And then lastly, I made one on how to use a relative frequency bar graph, because it's important that we remember that we don't know n unless they give us n, but if they do give us n, we need to remember how to take a percent and multiply it to give them the number of things that they're asking for. Okay, that's it. Hopefully that was useful to you. Like I said, I made them from the perspective of being a student. You're going to want to add information that is going to be helpful to you. I hope we understand how these help us. One of the most important, just keeping the ideas fresh in our minds. And once we go through the paper review, I will have my flashcards with me, and anything that I don't have on a flashcard that I needed for the paper review, I'm going to add another flashcard. I'm not going to add too many more because I feel like this is already enough. So I'm sure that there will only be a couple of things that I need to add, and I will reiterate that in class when we do our in-class review. Okay, see you guys.